is brought to you by McDonald's.
Hello Australia and welcome to... Tonight is your night to support our Olympic athletes on the way to Seoul. So as we farewell them, make welcome the young talent team playing to win!
If you want it, come and get it. Don't have a chance if you don't move now. I'm not waiting any longer. You know that I'm waiting to win this time. When you make your move, I won't hesitate. If you take too long, it'll be too late. This time I'm playing to win. Come and take it. Won't be around for another chance. Make your mind up, make a play. You should be playing to win this time. When you make your move, I won't hesitate. If you take too long, it could be too late. This time I'm playing to win. All those wasted years, did you know I was only emotional wave? I got what it wanted for me. I didn't see it was not gonna be there. Oh, what a fool! This time I'm playing to win. If you want it, come and get it. This time I'm playing to win. I'm not waiting any longer. This time I'm playing to win. If you want it, come and get it. This time I'm playing to
And now, here are our Olympic hosts, Vince and Natalie.
Yes! Hello and welcome.
Yes.
Hi, Natalie Jane.
Hello, Vince Aloysius.
Aloysius?
Yeah.
That's not my name.
Yeah, I know, but it sounds prestigious for a variety host.
Yeah, but Vince will do fine for me. Thank you.
Okay, Vince.
Don't mind us. Hi, everyone. Hi! Fantastic audience.
Yeah.
We have a very special show for you tonight because we're bringing you live throughout Australia our farewell tribute to the Olympians who take off for the 1988 Olympic Games in Seoul. Very special night.
Did you say the line?
Live throughout Australia.
That means no mistakes allowed.
No mistakes.
One slip up and bye-bye, Natalie and Vince.
That's right. But that's what makes it all so exciting, don't you think?
Yeah, okay.
And also, we'll be crossing live to the Sydney airport with Larry Emder and from Good Morning Australia, and he'll be introducing the Olympians to us so we can say goodbye.
Yeah.
And that's not all. We also have the Prime Minister live at Sydney to talk to us.
Wow.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, and do we get to sing our Aussie Olympic theme song, You're Not Alone?
We sure do. But
Great.
first, let's say hello to Larry, who's at Sydney. Okay? Help me, everyone.
Quite a welcome. I wish I got that every morning from Mike Gibson and Kerry Ann Kennelly. Well, in just under an hour's time, we'll be on Qantas Flight 809, headed towards the heart and soul of Korea for the 1988 Summer Games. It'll be about a 10-hour flight until we get there. There's about 200 Olympians going this evening, and of course, a whole bunch of media. They'll be the most competitive games in some time, simply because there's about 160 nations competing, and so we'll really see some high energy, and I think that's sort of sprouting out here tonight, the excitement mixed in with the nerves. The athletes have been turning up from all over Australia today. We've probably got some pictures of that for you right now. They've been coming by bus and flying interstate to be with us tonight. There's about 700 people here tonight. It's the Visa Australian Olympic Federation official farewell. It's emotion charged here. There's, as I said before, it's lots of nerves and lots of excitement, but of course saying farewell to families and all that sort of thing is always a hard time. What we're going to do for you later on in the program, Vinny, is grab some athletes for you and get the lowdown on what's going to happen over in Seoul, and also we hope to speak to the Prime Minister. We'll get the very special political tips for you. So back to you.
All right, nice man, Larry.
Yeah.
Looks so exciting at Sydney
does.
Airport.
Well, join us for more Young Talent Time fun after this short break, and don't go away.
We'll be back with your request.
We're having a great time here. Live television. Cannot make a mistake.
No.
Make me feel really good. How you doing, Greg?
Good, thanks, Vince. How are you, mate?
He's been working really hard, you know, at school. Year 11 this year.
Yeah,
Exams soon, mate. I know how it's like.
Yep.
HSC.
Been there.
Been there. Okay, we always enjoy getting your letters and cards at home, and it really makes us, you know, do a better show for you guys.
It does, and we're getting our new fan cards soon, so don't forget to write to us from anywhere you like.
right.
If you want a phone request, a mother's request, a date with Vince.
Right. Sorry? The date was me.
Yeah.
Can't say that, my mum's in the audience.
Oh, sorry.
Like I'm all embarrassed now.
Well, look,
Okay, you dial.
Okay.
Who are we calling?
we're calling Peter Quinn, and he's from Perth.
Peter Quinn. All the way from
There you go.
Perth. Okay. Peter.
Soccer ball phone.
Would you like the phone?
Hello?
Hello, is this Peter?
Yes, it is.
Peter Quinn.
Yep.
How are you? This is Vince Daltito from Young Talent Time.
Oh, hi.
Wow. Oh, I like that photo. Is that a galah?
Yeah.
Are you watching the show at the moment?
Yep.
Oh, good. Do you want to say hello to Natalie and Greg?
Yeah.
They're sitting beside me right now.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, do you think Vince needs a haircut?
Fun?
Don't you think Vince needs a haircut?
Don't need a
I
haircut.
don't know, nah.
I just got
I'll
a cut,
say
actually.
yes. Oh, well, anyway, what's your request?
Get Out of My Dreams by the Team.
By the team, okay. So,
Let's
here's
do
the
it.
team with Get Out of My Dreams.
Yeah.
Who's that lady coming down the road? Who's that lady? Who's that woman walking through my door? What's the score? I'll be the sun, shine on you. Hey, Cinderella, step in your shoe. I'll be your non-stop lover. Get while you can. Non-stop miracle, I'm your man. Get out of my dreams. Get into my car. Into my car. Get out of my dreams. Get dirty, baby. Get into my car. Baby, yeah. Get out of my mind. Get out of my mind. Get into my life. Ooh, oh, I said, hey, hey, you, get into my car. Get out of my, get out of my dreams. Get into my car, into my car. Get out of my dreams. Get into the backseat, baby. Oh, I said, hey, hey, you, get into my, hey, hey, you, get into my, hey, hey, you, get into my car. Get into my car.
That's fantastic. Jamie, come in, mate. Come in, we want to talk to you. Come in. He's lost, he doesn't know where to go. How you doing, mate? Now listen, I've noticed you've been singing all these songs about cars. You know, Pink Cadillac, you know, Get Into My Car. But, you know, I've got this slight feeling that you want your licence.
Yeah,
You want your licence. Now, how old are you?
12.
You're 12. Now, I'm 17. I've been waiting, you know, and
Patiently.
next month, hopefully, I'll get my licence. Now, you're a bit young, mate. I'm sorry, but that's a cool car. Do you like that car?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Girly pink.
Girly pink?
Yeah.
I'll drive it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Clancy, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate.
What's new? What's new at Gumnutland?
Well, you see, I got this great letter, you see. Unfortunately, it took months to get to me, so I'd really like to read it tonight.
Well, how come it took so long to get to you?
Well, some koala at our post office ate the gum off the postage stamp. I hate that.
Oh, Clancy, just read the letter, okay?
Yeah, right. Now, dear Clancy, hi, my name is Kerry Stapleton, and I really love Young Talent Time, and I never miss a show. I think the team are fantastic, and I especially love your jokes. And my friend loves Joey, and she would love Courtney and Joey to sing a song together for her. Thanks a lot, Clancy, and say hi to the team for me. Love from Kerry. Well, thanks, Kerry, and here's Joey and Courtney to sing Pink Cadillac.
You may think I'm foolish for the foolish things I do. You may wonder how come I love you when you get on my nerves like you do. Well, baby, you know you love me. There ain't no secret about that. Will you come on over here and hug me? Baby, I'll state the facts. Well, honey, it ain't your money, 'cause I've got plenty of that. I love you for your pink Cadillac, those velvet seats, riding in the back, cruising down the streets, waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what you do there in the back of a pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. No, gotta tell you that some folks say you're stupid and uses too much gas. Some folks say that it's wrong and that it just goes too fast. But love is bigger than a Honda, and it's bigger than a Subaru. Hey man, there's only one thing, and one's all that we do. Anyway, we don't have to drive it. Honey, we can park it out in back and have a party in a pink Cadillac. Plush velvet seats, riding in the back, cruising down the streets, waving to the girls, keeping out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what you do there in the back of the pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. Plush velvet seats, riding in the back, cruising down the streets, waving to the girls, keeping out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what you do there in the back of the pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac.
It's all happening here at Young Talent Time.
Yeah?
Are we having a good time?
Hey, Vince, we should settle down and tidy up. We're about to meet the Prime Minister.
Are we?
Yep.
Oh, great! We're meeting the Prime Minister.
Great.
Yes. And we should actually we should call him Mr. Hawke.
Yes.
It's okay.
Well, what about Mr. President? Mr. Prime Minister?
Mr. Prime Minister? No, I think he's a nice guy. He won't mind if we call him Mr. Hawke. Do you think that's okay?
I agree.
Okay, well, let's cross to Larry, who's at Sydney, with the Prime Minister, Mr. Hawke.
Yeah.
And Vinny, thanks again. Joining me right now, one of Australia's greatest sporting fans ever, the Prime Minister, Mr. Hawke. Good evening.
G'day, Larry.
Like everybody else, you look like a pretty happy little Vegemite tonight.
Yes, I am, and very proud.
Means a lot to you being here.
Yeah, it's good to be associated with a great team. I was with them when they went last time, and I just want to be here on behalf of all the people of Australia to wish them all the best.
And what were your highlights? What were the real memories of the last games for you?
Oh, well, it's hard to say. I guess the winning of the pentathlon by our lass from South Australia was a magnificent performance. But I guess most of all, there's no doubt, the great achievement was John Seaman, wasn't it? Because he wasn't a favourite. He came from out of the blue, and such a lovely young man too.
Now, you're what we see out in the golf course and out in the cricket pitch. What have you done? Some discus and some shot put, javelin, perhaps?
No, haven't done those things, but I love all forms of sport, and it's just always been an important part of my life, as it is for most Australians.
I guess it's an understatement to say that you're a busy man. How much time will you get to tune into Network 10's coverage
I
of
don't
the
know.
Olympic Games?
I'll be just getting a few hours sleep less than usual. Like all Australians, we're so proud of our young people, and I'll be watching as much as I possibly can.
Any bets? Have you? I know you're not a betting man, of course, but
I don't bet on it. But we'll do well. I mean, we'll do well because we've got a great tradition. We get medals beyond our population basis, but more importantly than anything else, we're popular because we're great competitors.
Okay, now I've been trying all night to describe the feeling here to the viewers of Young Talent Time. How would you describe it?
As I just walked through, there's just a great zest and an enthusiasm and pride. I mean, Australians are proud of their sportsmen and women, and they ought to be.
And I know you can't tell us what's in your speech exactly. What will you be saying to these people as they go off to Seoul?
Well, I'll be saying to them that they go with a great sense of support and pride and commitment from all the Australian people. We'll be behind them, the whole 16.5 million of us.
Okay, you've got a busy night. We all have indeed. On the plane for me in a half hour or so. So we'll take it back to you in the studio as the formalities continue here at the official field.
Right, thanks a lot, Larry.
Yeah, thanks, Larry.
Thanks, Larry. Let's thank Larry. Thanks, Larry. And thanks to Mr. Hawk.
Yes.
Yes, and now it's time for more music.
Yeah, and he's Ricky, and she's just gotta have friends.
Me too. Take it away, Ricky.
And I am all alone. There is no one here beside me, and my problems have all gone. There is no one to deride me, but you got to have friends. The feeling's oh so strong. You got to have friends to make that day last long as you friends, but they're gone. Someone came and took them away, and from the dusk to the dawn. Here is where I'll stand, standing at the end of the road, boy, waiting for our new friends to come. I don't care if I'm hungry or cold. We gotta get some friends, 'cause we got to have friends. La 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 la. Friends to make that day last long. Yes, you got to have friends. The feeling's oh so strong. You got to have friends to make that day last long as some friends, but they're gone. Somewhere in and took them away, and from the dusk to the dawn. Here is where I'll stay, standing at the end of the road, boys, waiting for our new friends to come. I don't care if I'm hungry or cold. We gotta get some friends, 'cause we got to have friends. La 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 la. Friends. You can be mine. You can be mine. You can be mine. Friends. Da 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 da. Yeah.
It's a nice song. She's looking fantastic, little Ricky. Nice, cute little girl. Actually, that's a nice song. It has some great lyrics. It means a lot.
Yeah, that was one of the first songs I ever sang on the show.
You?
Yeah.
Little Natalie?
Yes.
How old were you?
Oh, about 11.
About 11. Funny, when I was that age, I was only 9.
Oh, excuse me.
Actually, let's welcome in the big animals.
Hey.
Come in. this? They have some presents. Look at this. It says Australia's Wonderland.
Hey.
There's some fantastic wind cheaters. Actually, John is organised for us to appear at the Australia's Wonderland in Sydney from September the 28th to October the 2nd. So if you're around, pop in and have a look. We'll meet all the characters there.
They must have really enjoyed our last appearance.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Actually, the last time when we were there, we had record crowds, as you can see now. And it was just a fantastic atmosphere performing for our
Great
fans in
crowd.
Sydney. Yeah. And this time round, we'll have special guests, including Danielle Minogue and Bevan Adamsel.
Yeah, great. I'll be there September 28th until October 2nd at Australia's Wonderland in Sydney. Can't wait.
Fantastic. That's great. And now, something special that I know we'll all enjoy, and especially Johnny Young, who's at home sick. Having been a contestant myself when I first appeared on Young Talent Time, I know how much you can learn and benefit from being in our talent discovery quest. Now, our next guest on the show, Sylvie, appeared as a contestant on our show in 1986. She won and now has a recording career and a big, big future. There's something special for you and especially for our sickie, Johnny. Here's Sylvie for a great hit song, Dare to Win. Make her welcome.
Put your best foot forward. Do what you think is right. Forge forever onward. Don't give up without a fight. Make difficult start winning. Make your mark before you go. Try your best and do better. And meet each coming toe to toe. Dare to win. Fight the good fight, don't give in. You'll find the strength comes from within. Dare to win. Dare to win. Fight the good fight, don't give in. You'll find the strength comes from within. Dare to win. Make perfection your goal and strive for every figure. Try with heart and soul and make your horizons bigger. Leave the past behind you. Learn from what you have done wrong. Don't wait for love to find you and make a place where you belong. Dare to win. Fight the good fight, don't give in. You'll find the strength comes from within. Dare to win. There's nothing you can do if you set your mind to it. If you really want, you can be who you want to be. Reach for the sky if you can. Dare to win. Fight the good fight, don't give in. You'll find the strength comes from within. Dare to win. Dare to win. Fight the good fight, don't give in. You'll find the strength comes from within. Dare to win.
Just for you.
Thank you.
Actually, I'd just like to say something. When you appeared on Young Talent Time as a
Yep.
contestant, you won the grand final.
Yep.
And isn't she a great talent? Fantastic. I should also mention that you've just recorded a few songs, actually a whole album's worth.
Whole album, yeah.
And our musical director, Ross Burton, has produced Sylvie's album.
Sure did.
And it is fantastic. I've been there, I've heard all the tracks, and it's worth buying. And her single that you've just heard, Dare to Win, is released. So if you see it, please get it because it's worth buying. And it's great to see someone who's started off on Young Talent Time and it's going to go right around the world, I think. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Sylvie.
Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Joey.
Courtney, what were you doing in the rain yesterday with your purse open?
Well, Joey, you see, the weather forecast said there was going to be some change in the weather. Money! Johnny, hey, Johnny, come here. Well, tell me, do you get in trouble for something you don't do? Of course not, Juanita. Good, because I haven't done my homework.
Fantastic. They're looking like they're having a lot of fun. How's Joey's outfit? All the big muscles. Hello, what's your name?
Perry,
Perry. How old are you, Perry?
10.
10. What school do you come from?
8 Mile Plains.
Is that far away from here?
I live in Brisbane.
You live in Brisbane. Would you like to say hello to someone?
I'd like to say hello to my mum and...
You're not here with your mum?
No.
No, it's not. Well, have you got a gag for us?
Why don't people play games in the jungle?
I don't know. Why don't people play games in the jungle?
Because there's too many cheaters.
Too many cheaters! That's a good one. And what's your name, beautiful?
Georgia.
Georgia. That's a nice name, Georgia. And how old are you?
10.
10, the big 10. What's your gag?
Why didn't the skeleton jump off the bridge?
I don't know. Why didn't the skeleton jump off the bridge?
Because he didn't have any guts.
And one more. Hang on. I'll lift her up. She's a bit too small. You can sit on my knee. Hello, what's your name?
Georgia.
Georgia. We've got 2 Georgias. Your name's Georgia as well. Funny that. And what's your gag?
What's the best thing to put in your hamburger?
What's the best thing to put in your hamburger?
The tea.
Your tea.
Okay, Jamie.
Oh, good day, Clayton.
I own 200 goldfish
Oh, really? Where do you keep them?
in the bathtub.
In the bath? Well, what do you do when you want to have a bath?
I just blindfold them.
Oh, that's funny.
That's fantastic. Now sitting beside me is, what's your name?
Joshua.
Joshua. Now what's your gag?
What do ghosts eat for dinner?
I don't know. What do ghosts eat for dinner?
Spaghetti.
And sitting beside me now, she's very nervous. Through that song she was saying, Vinny, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know what to do. Now it's okay. I'm going to get you embarrassed now. Someone laughing up there? No. Now she's really embarrassed. There's only, hang on, there's about 10 million people watching you right now live across Australia. So there's nothing to be worried about. It's all cool. Would you like to say hello to someone?
I'd like to. Can I say hello to Barbara, Vicky, Rebecca, Gemma, Suzanne, Emily, and all her friends? And,
Anyone else? No one else? You don't want to say hello to anyone?
everyone at Our Ladies.
Our Ladies. Oh, that's a great school. I know where that is. So what's your gag?
Why don't many people like plumbers?
I don't know. Why don't many people like plumbers?
Because they're such drips.
Drip. Okay. We've got another gag here. Now, what's your name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas. My cousin's name's Nicholas. you as smart as my cousin? Because he's very smart. Anyway, what's your gag?
What car does Tarzan drive?
I don't know. What car does Tarzan drive?
Mazda 323.
Mazda 323. Fantastic. Okay, now it's time for our guests on Young Talent Time. Would you please make welcome Uck and Burger? Take it away. Welcome back to Young Talent Time. Now, it's very important.
Yes, we're crossing live to Larry in Sydney with some of the Australian Olympians.
Right, and he's going to speak to them right now, so let's cross to Larry.
Yes.
Yes.
It sounds noisy there, but it's a right noisy here, let me tell you. They've just sung us farewell, that great song, You're Not Alone, and it's each of the athletes will be given a copy of the single to take with them to Seoul. I Miss Out. With me is Grant Kenny and Wayne Carroll. Grant, good evening to you.
How are you, Larry?
Good. How are you feeling?
Good, mate. I'm real good, actually.
Yeah, ready for the big flight?
Yeah, it's been a long day so far, but hopefully we'll get a bit of sleep on the flight and we'll wake up fresh over there tomorrow morning.
Right, now everyone's been training for Seoul. I've been training by drinking lots of mineral water and cabbage rolls, but your training's been different, of course.
Yeah, we've been doing about 5 to 6 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week for nearly 12 months now, so it's been a long preparation. It's gone very well. We've spent 2 months in Europe training and competing over there to see how we're going this year, and it's just about to wind up. We've got about another 8 or 10 days of hard work left, and we'll start easing off and then start racing.
Yeah, now I know you're biased, and I know I'm biased, and so is Mr. Hawke, but how are our chances over there?
Realistically, I'd say good, probably better than ever. I know that in a lot of sports, including our own, we have had more opportunity this year, mainly for us because we've been a part of the Australian Institute of Sport this year, and I think because of that we've had the best preparation possible. We are well within reach of a medal, but of course it all depends on how we go on the day, so I'm not going to predict big things, but we're hoping for them.
All right, Wayne Carroll, how are you shaping up for the big one?
Oh, very good, very good. We've been doing a lot of work, and we're very keen just to get there and get started, because we've got a big program once we get over there, and so it's, I'd like to get into it.
So what sort of training have you been doing leading up, say, the last couple of weeks? Because a lot of athletes actually stop off for a bit, don't they? Slow down.
We're exact opposite, because we have to take whatever chance we get together as a very precious time. We all play with our local teams in the National League, and then we've got together to play against the Soviet Union, which is a very good indicator, because they're a great chance for a gold medal, and we were able to compete reasonably well with them. And then we've been in camp at the AIS in Canberra for 2 weekends, or for about a 8-9 day period, which is very intensive. And now we're starting to relax a little bit before we make our final assault in Seoul.
Is there a lot of blackboard sort of work, a lot of technicalities involved with your sport, I guess?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of tactics with offences and defences, and a lot of learning that's required. But this group has basically been together for about 4 years now, so we've gone over those a lot. It's just a matter of relearning a lot of the time, just reteaching us what we just forgot a week ago.
And where's the toughest competition coming from for you?
Oh, the favourites for the gold medal are obviously the United States, and after them come the Soviet Union and Yugoslavia. After that, there's a group of teams which includes us, and Spain, Brazil, Canada. And with our draw, we've got a good chance to make the final four. And once we do that, anything can happen.
And what sort of sports, I'm always interested to ask sportsmen and sportswomen, of course, what they like when they're not watching their own sports. So what's your favourite? Where will you be spending time?
Well, in Los Angeles, we had the swimming venue on the side of the village, so it was very convenient to get there. But I like to try and see as much as I can of all the different sports. Unfortunately, we play almost every day, so it's a little bit difficult. But I think that swimming and track and field always attract a lot of attention because there's so much going on.
All right, let's drop down a few feet back down to Grant Kenny. I wish I had a stepladder to talk to, mate. What sort of sports do you enjoy watching then, Grant?
Mate, the problem with us is we race the last 6 days of the game, so our mind is pretty well occupied with our preparation.
That's bad organisation, isn't it? They could have changed that for you.
I wish they had have, actually. It is hard to stay in preparation mode while there are many other athletes running around with medals around their neck. But last year I managed to catch up with one session of the swimming, which I really enjoyed. But really, I think the best opportunity we have to catch up with the sports there is on television, and I know 10 are having a good coverage this year, so I think I'll just try and catch as many highlights as I possibly can through that.
All right, someone might record it for you on 10. Well, good luck, guys, and I'll be there with you. We'll have a beer. No, we won't. We'll have a mineral water and a cabbage roll. I'll tell you what, I hope you can catch all the action on Network 10. 250 hours of live Olympic broadcast coming up over the next couple of weeks. We'll start you off every day, Gibbo and myself from Seoul on Good Morning Australia, and I'm sure you'll be there the whole time. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks for that, Larry. Can you hear us, mate?
Yes,
Listen,
I can.
what's the atmosphere like there in Sydney?
Atmosphere, well, I've been trying to describe it all night. I asked Bob Hawke for a description before, and he just said excitement. There are so many words you can use. I mean, people are nervous, people are sad, they're leaving their families, and just the whole spectrum of emotions right at the moment. But it's all push and shove as we go for the best seats on the plane right now.
Okay, thank you very much, mate.
Pleasure.
Now, we'd like to say thank you to you in our studio audience, okay?
Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Sounds exactly like Gibbo and Kerry Ann.
Okay, now it's time for our closing number. But first, I'd like to introduce a very special lady after the song. Okay, so let's cross to our friends singing Feel the Fire. Let's go.
You'll be the winner across the line. You'll be the champion now. She's got the timing right. He's gonna win the fight. Keeping the roar of the crowd. Oh no, I wanna be number one. I know I can carry that weight. She's got the timing right. He's gonna win the fight. Well, I wanna be great. Yes, and I wanna be great. Feel the fire, touch the heat.
welcome back to Young Talent Time. Now, have we had a good time tonight? Yeah! It's been fantastic live, right around
Sure
Australia.
has.
Now, we've enjoyed ourselves, haven't we,
We've had
Natalie
a
Jean?
great time, Vince Aloysius.
I hope you stop saying that. I don't like that
Just
name.
kidding. But anyway, don't forget the Young Talent Time won't be seen for the next few weeks while the Olympics are on.
That's right, but remember, we'll be at Wonderland in Sydney to perform our concerts from the 28th of September, which will be a lot of fun. And don't forget to see us and watch Channel 10, the Olympics, to cheer on our team. And this is a special song dedicated to them. You're Not Alone.
All right.
Out there every morning under windy skies and pounding thighs, it's a long hard road. Along the docks and around the blocks and up the steps and down the track and around again she goes.
She says I wanna break a record here. Sometimes I'm sure my legs could run so fast they disappear. I hear people screaming accolades on both sides of the barricades. Break down the door. Millions of the comfort zone support me 'cause I'm coming home. You can't ask for more. It started with his pistol and he's staring down the road. But it becomes a fever and the engine room explodes. Tell all the sons and daughters of the southern land. Tell all the sons and daughters of the southern land. You're not alone. 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 We're standing beside you. You're not alone. We'll see you through. You're not alone. We're standing beside you. You're not alone. 'Cause we believe in you. I can see the water's boiling. I can feel the traffic calling. I have seen on in silence. I am ready to depart. I'm not safe. I'm not a martyr. It's not money that I'm after. It's the dream of doing something great. The chance to make a mark. You're not alone. 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 You're not alone.
From all of us here at Young Talent Time, get well soon, John, and good night, Australia.
In Sydney and in Melbourne, Johnny Young and the cast choose to stay at the Southern Cross Hotel. Our talent discovery shares in the McDonald's Scholarship Fund and takes home a Yamaha keyboard. Our talent discovery of the year will win a grand piano from Yamaha Music Australia. Young Talent Time is a television house production for Network 10 Australia. Gavin Wood speaking.
This program was brought to you by McDonald's.